Hi everyone, welcome to this All Signs Tarot reading. We are going to take a look at current energy, whatever comes out for the next few days. If you would like a personal reading with me, my link is in the description box underneath the More tab, and the timestamps are below in this video. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for Aries. Aries. All right, Aries. Aries in the house. What's up? Okay. Say literally Aries in the house. Wow. Okay, so your card for today is Sanctuary. So finding that peaceful place where you can just have a few moments to yourself, or hopefully even more than that. Feels like it's an important thing for you to do over the next day or two. At least find some sort of place you can go where you can have a little bit of peace to clear your mind. Probably have a lot going on, so that would be really beneficial for you. Okay, so let's see what's going on for Aries, please. Aries. Yeah, just spending that few moments for yourself really could give you some great clarity. Some of you are wondering whether to fight for something, let it go. Okay. All right. Yeah, really trying to connect with your intuition at this time. Wow. Okay, because we have the Four of Swords too here, and Sanctuary to me is very similar to this energy of it's really like the chill vibe, right? But it's also the wisdom hermit vibe of going within and taking some time to really think about things. There's something perhaps either someone has come toward you that you need to take some time to think about, or some sort of offer has come towards you or is about to, because again, these can be predictive readings. So there's a real need for you to go within and use your intuition. Really this is not like an impulsive, fiery Aries moment, right? It's more, which is awesome, when needed, but this is more of a time to take things slow, think about some things first, and make sure that you are truly following your true intuition here. Okay, so let's get a little bit more. All right, so what else is going on for Aries? Yeah, you could be hearing from someone or thinking about reaching out to someone for some of you. Let's see. Oh, wow. So the Sun and the Star card just came out as like one group here. Wow. So yeah. Ooh, your card, Aries. My God. And Four of Wands, another Aries card. Wow. This is cool. Okay, so I see this is taking a little bit of a different vibration here. At first, I thought maybe there's something kind of deep going on that you really needed to take some time to think about, and that may be for some of you. But others of you, I feel like this is a time for you to really it's definitely not that like impulsive, fiery energy. Like I said, this is a time for you to show your wisdom, to show your leadership skills, to allow yourself to feel whatever it is you're feeling right now that's positive and good. Some of you may be interested in someone, maybe a new romantic connection, or some of you may be interested in moving or taking a leadership position in a different career area, something along those lines, whatever it is for you. I mean, it's just current energy. So who knows what our thoughts are thinking for the next couple days, right? It could be a lot of different things here, but whatever it is, there's definitely something that you are feeling or going to be feeling drawn to over these next few days. Four days. You have 4 and 4 here. So 4, 4, 4. Wow. Yeah. All right. Because you got 3 4s on the board here. So 4, 4, 4, which is a number of stability. And there's something here that feels like you really want to go for, or something that just feels right for you. So very, very nice. All right. So I don't think it's something that you have to do a bunch of deep thinking. I mean, yes, take your time, take some time to if this is something you want to go for, or if this is somebody who's coming toward you or something like that, definitely do take a few days to mill about this a little bit, you know, see if it still feels as good as it's feeling right now. And if so, you know, take some inspired action. Okay, let's get one more message for Aries here. Okay, wow. Definitely some movement here. Aries, this is 2 aces. Wow. I mean, really, there's a lot of positive energy here for you, I would say, available to you over this time. If you're not feeling it quite yet as you're watching this video, then start moving into this, start receiving this, start accepting this energy, because there is definitely some energy here that wants to move you away from traditional ways of doing things or the same old, and move you towards something that's extremely you, like more inspiring, more exciting. Now, again, this could be a person, a conversation. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's time to make that choice. Oh my God. And then the 2 of Cups. My gosh. Time to have a conversation, possibly letting something go. It could be someone that has been a traditional person or situation for you in your life up until now, but it's time to move away from that towards more inspiring connections is what I can see. Now, I'm not saying, you know, it's just a general tarot reading here, so that doesn't mean, oh my God, leave your marriage, you know, your traditional marriage, or leave your traditional career that you've put, you know, 12 years into or whatever, and just go do this new inspirational thing. Again, this is not fiery inspiration yet. It will be, all right, but it's not yet. Right now, it's more about like really allowing that wisdom to soak in so that it can reach your intuition, so that you can put forward movement towards really what you want here. So this is a time to be honest and clear with your feelings about what you are truly desiring and wanting to move toward, and not to be too impulsive, but to really give it a minute, think about it, and chances are you're going to realize, yeah, that is what I want, and then go for it kind of energy. So now this could absolutely be someone coming toward you also. All right, so there you go. So don't hide out in the sanctuary and, you know, avoid chances that could be very inspiring with someone if it happens to be a romantic connection. Okay, let's see. We are on to Taurus. Okay. All right, Taurus, please. What is the message for Taurus? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. Any placements for Taurus? Taurus, please. I just heard boom, like in a good way, not like boom. Ah, what's that? Ooh, you have embracing at the bottom of the deck. Okay, like boom, or, you know, bam. All right. Wow. Yeah, truth. All right, truth is your oracle card here. Boom. Right? Okay. All right, right on. Let's see what's going on for Taurus. Taurus, please. Okay, what is the message for Taurus? Taurus placements. What do they need to know? What's going on? Current energy. Highest and clearest, please, for Taurus. Okay, Queen of Cups. All right. Devil card. All right. Okay. Or Capricorn, either or. And the Fool card. Right on. Okay. Yeah, how can you beat this, like, demon? Okay, that's what I see is going on for you right now. That's why there's, like, truth here. I mean, she's looking at a crystal ball. It's probably why you're watching a tarot reading, right? It's like you're looking for answers of how to free yourself from some sort of, like, demon, right? And by demon, I don't necessarily, I mean, it could be a toxic relationship for you guys, or it could be a toxic work environment or something like that. But more, I'm looking at this more metaphorically, like it's something to overcome, something that's not healthy for you, that's not working out for you. And there's a lot of kind of emotion behind this, a lot of pondering this. You have the Fool card. So you guys are on the right track. I feel like you are seeking truth about, like, okay, how do I put this devil behind me. See how she's looking this way? You know, it's like, and the devil's behind her, right? How do I put that demon behind me? How do I set myself free from something? So you guys are probably, you know, a lot of times we start thinking around this way, especially around this time of year. New Year's coming up, you know, new fresh starts, clean slates, things like that. So it's good energy. All right. So let's see what else is going on for Taurus. Taurus, please. Yeah. Wow. All right. Wow. Another ace. Okay. Whoa. All right. Some of you really want to move. Or you're about to want to move or be adventurous. I feel like there's a real breakthrough on the precipice here. You're like right at the precipice, the edge of the cliff here, ready for something new, ready for a new start. You guys are definitely thinking of ways where it's like you have the confidence now to leave behind some sort of demon situation. And it's like starting to feel more inspired now towards what you truly want. Some of you want to take a trip. Some of you want to move. There's a lot of thought going into that over these next few days. Or some of you might literally be moving, you know, over the weekend or something along those lines. I also see too that there's some clear decisions that will be made for you within the next 30 days. It looks like you guys are going to be making some very clear, decisive decisions for yourself. So, and it's because you are coming out of the how can I do this mode of like pondering and wallowing, right, in something. You're coming out of that mode and starting to be like kind of, you know, kick-ass boot camp on something or some kind of situation. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see what's going on for, give me a little bit more for Taurus, please. Yep, there's your card, Taurus. All right. Yeah, you might be a little bit worried here. You do have your card and the Nine of Swords, which fell out. Maybe a little apprehensive to start a conversation with someone or to tell someone something. So that's fine. I mean, we're always, you know, big conversations are difficult. And even if they're positive conversations or negative conversations, you know, we worry about how to approach those things. I feel like you have this. You have the Truth card here. Always the best bet, always the way to go, right? That's always the winner. Oh, wow. Yeah, I do. I feel like there's an offer to go somewhere, meet someone, or possibly leave a situation, go toward a new one, whether that's a job, a person. Wow. Yeah, you have a, wow. Taurus, I'm saying, man, you have something really good coming up here. So I do feel like there is an opportunity that if it's not around you now, you have these two aces in the center here to kind of overcome and beat this like kind of demon energy here. You have this ability here to walk away from something and move toward, I mean, literally this combination going into the Nine of Cups here at the bottom of the deck is insanely fantastic. All right. Especially with the World card. The World card indicates a new phase for you. But what's so cool about this is I always say that the Eight of Cups, if you look at this card, there's a cup missing. All right, this person has stacked up their cups, and cups represent like how we feel about things, our emotions, the emotional guts, you know, that we've put into something for quite a while. And this person takes a look at like all the emotion they've put into something, they stack it up neatly, and then now they look at it rationally, and they're like, huh, okay, I've stacked up all these cups of what I've put into something, but there's one missing here. Well, I always say what's really missing is this Ace of Cups, because the Ace of Cups would fit in that little slot, wouldn't it? Right? And it's like that Ace of Cups is our heart chakra, our self-love, our ability to know what's good for us, what we deserve, what our value and worth is. And once we can have those beautiful feelings for ourselves, then our cup overfloweth and there's plenty to give to others. So, and what's interesting, even cooler, is, and this is a little technical, but stay with me here. So we have the Eight of Cups and there's one missing, right? So when we add that self-love, we get the Nine of Cups, because 8 and 1 is 9. So now we get our wish. So it's a beautiful, beautiful combination that you have going on here, Taurus. Really nice reading. A lot of opportunity here for you. And here's the beauty of this spread is that this is actually, like, this part of the reading to me is a little bit more actual prediction energy in this kind of final row here. So this isn't one of those readings like, well, you know, it's around you if you, you know, it could happen if you do that, you know. It's a reading of saying, hey, this is available. This can happen. All right. So really, really nice for you. Okay, let's go to Geminis now. Where was I putting the discards? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, Gemini, let's see what the message is for you. Current energy for our Gemini peeps out there, please. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, any placement, Geminis. What is their oracle card, energy, and or advice, guidance card? Okay. Oh, Gemini, you have love at the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. Okay. And we have focus. Interesting. All right, with the telescope and the butterfly here on the focus card. So really honing in on transformation. Butterflies are always about metamorphosis, transformation, that sort of thing. Okay, so let's see what's going on. All right, tell me about Gemini, please. Geminis. Whoa, yeah, Gemini. Ooh, all right, we got, there could definitely be like a Cancer, maybe Pisces, Scorpio, but Cancer highly figured here. Coming in that you are, wow, yeah, attracted to. All right, there may be a little conflict with the situation, but it does look like there's a connection here. So if you are going through something with someone, if you already have someone, all right, then focus on the transformation. Focus on the love, not the issue, right, so much. And once we focus on the transformation and do that from a place of love, then, you know, we can work things out with people. Well, usually, I mean, if it's a reasonable situation, right? A partnership, a real part, not a karmic relationship with, you know, toxic crap going on, then forget it, because, you know, they'll have none of that. But okay, let's see what's going on for Geminis, please. What is their message? Okay, Queen of Cups. All right, that came out for, I think it was Taurus just now. All right, Seven of Wands. Okay, and Strength card. All right, so I feel like you guys aren't really focused right now. Oh my gosh, that is really interesting. So I don't really do reversals, and I just looked at the bottom of the deck because I thought, oh, maybe I'm holding the deck upside down, but I'm not. And yeah, there's no other reversals in here. So we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so it's like there's a situation here. This is definitely time for you to focus on transformation, to focus on what you love, whom you love, you know, all those types of things. I feel like right now that it's just sort of like I feel like I'm getting this feeling of someone who's like in a bubble and not wanting to come out of that bubble, you know, not wanting to step out into the world or you know, something along those lines with these cards. They're very withdrawn, introverted almost, right? Not really Gemini energy. So I do feel like you guys possibly might be too strong in the emotional department. Like the emotions might be outweighing the clarity and focus that you need right now to get out of a situation. Some of you, maybe you've been going through a breakup, or some of you could be feeling a financial pinch, you know, Five of Pentacles in reverse here. Some of you could be just maybe just feeling abandonment issues, you know, that are deep rooted or something along those lines. I get a sense of feeling alone. All right. But, you know, you're not alone. Da-na-na-na. Oh, what song is that? Oh my God, this is so great. Oh, what is that? You're not alone. And he yells it. Oh, Bowie. It's Bowie. Yeah, right on. Okay, I couldn't think of what it was. Okay, yeah. I think that song, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's called 5 Years. I'm pretty sure it's called 5 years. So there may be something like that where you're feeling like very alone. Maybe it's been 5 years and it's all like coming to a head right now. Wow, you have the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the King of Cups that just fell out. All right. So it's like I feel like there's something here that's working out better than you think, but it does require your focus here, and not in an emotional way, like in a transformative type of way. Okay, so don't keep people at arm's length right now. Don't try to carry everything yourself. And you have tons of inner strength. I see that. And that doesn't surprise me. Most Geminis that I've ever known, like, run circles around all of us as far when it comes to inner strength, right? So I would say, though, that inner strength also needs to be tied into the wisdom of knowing when we don't need to keep people at arm's length. We can let some people in. You're not alone, right? Okay, so let's see what's going on here. All right, let's get a little bit more for you. Okay. The Star, the Eight of Swords, okay, and the Ten of Cups, okay. Yeah, I feel like you guys know, like, you're your own worst enemy right now, as far as, and you know what? Don't be. How about that? Let's just keep it as simple as that. Don't be your worst enemy right now. All right. Because it's like you have the Star card, you have the Ten of Cups, like flanking here, but right in the center is your card. This is a card for Gemini, and we saw it again. We saw it at the, I think it was at the bottom of the deck or something when I split the deck. Eight of Swords, which is that, again, that not believing in oneself, not wanting to step out into something, wanting to stay blindfolded and mummified, right? It's like, no, no, this is a time. Look at these bright cards that are showing up for you. The Ten of Cups, feeling happiness, comfortability with family or friends. The Strength card, absolutely. You're beautiful, sunny, inner strength, fantastic. The Star card, a card of healing, a card of hope and faith also. So it's like, don't deny like the side of yourself. I feel like you guys are like afraid to hope or afraid to have hope or afraid to have faith. And thinking that that's the good rational way to go because, I don't want to be let down or something like that, where these are saying, no, it's like, have faith, have hope, be around family, be around friends. And it's like, don't push things away and focus on love and transformation. All right. Because that can do miracles and wonders in our life. Right. Okay. So let's see what else we have. All right, what else for Gemini? What is the last message here for Geminis, please? Gemini. Okay. Ooh, Eight of Wands. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is a popular card for these spreads, so that's probably kind of a collective energy of emotionally leaving things behind so that we can move forward towards more activity. And that makes a lot of sense. It's time to see, there's a lot of stress here on looking at things from a different perspective, all right? Looking for the transformation, looking for the love in a situation, taking in all kinds of different, sort of abstract, outside of the box ideas and thinking, because it's like, it's time to, I feel like this is good because this is the prediction energy. The good thing is it does feel like this is going to wake you up out of this sort of isolated stupor here and allow you to move forward towards something that is more well suited for you. All right, the Queen of Wands, she suits up and shows up. She's very creative, independent. She has a lot of good ideas, leadership qualities, things like that. She's very attracting also, right? So it's like there's something here about there is forward movement for you. There is something to see from a different perspective. I see this Knight of Cups that's coming in off the top. If I would keep going with this too, you have a Knight of Cups here. Ooh, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and then the Magician. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like there's something that you are possibly hanging on to that you are ready to let go of. And you are ready to manifest like new things. You know that you have the ability to. You know that you have the tools to do so. So I feel like it's something, there's a lot of things I feel that have been keeping you possibly in this mummified state. But I feel like this is the time where things can change for you. This is the time to step out of that mummified, not wanting to do anything, keeping everything at arm's length kind of deal. Now is the time to have faith, really be around family and friends. If you don't really have that luxury, you don't really have much family, or you don't really have too many friends or something along those lines, then it's like possibly it's time to move, literally, or find like where you can be. Just get out a little bit more, seek and ye shall find, right? Maybe there's an online community that you can find a kinship with or something along those lines. But it's like that loneliness period is over, and universe is saying so. It's time to focus on transformation. It's time to manifest new things. Stop holding yourself back from things and clutching too tight to energy that's not really working for you anyway, right? It's not working for you, right? So it's like then, like they say, the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again. It's like if it's not working for you, then it's like move forward, right? Try some new things. Okay. All right. So we are on to Cancers. Okay. All right, Cancer. Let's see what the message is for our Cancer friends. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, any placements. Cancers. Okay, love and silence. Interesting. Impeccability. Okay, so you have the beautiful card of love. I love this love card. It's very pretty, very, very subtle, but very kind of intriguing. I think it's a great looking card. All right, with the heart on the beautiful dress, and then we have this beautiful like grace card that says silence with the swan. Okay, so let's see. So maybe somebody's like keeping something to themselves about love, not really expressing themselves or keeping things to themselves. Okay, so let's see what's going on. All right, maybe somebody's coming out of the silence. All right, tell me about, you could have a Virgo on your mind in particular. Okay, what's going on for Cancers? Cancers, please. We do have a couple reversals in here. Interesting. All right, we'll go with it. Okay, what's going on for Cancers? Okay, 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands. So yeah, waiting on a message. Either that or annoyed at someone who keeps messaging you, like you wish they'd be silent. Okay, I'm not sure. I can't tell which is which here. Okay, the Judgment card. Oh, yeah, okay, some pretty heavy energy, I would say, showing up here as far as, like, what you're thinking. Okay. Yeah, there's either this sort of love bombing going on that you're not really welcoming, either that or you're waiting on a response, and it's like, damn, I sent out a message. Are they going to write me back, or are they going to call me back, or something like that? So it could be either or for this general reading. You have the Judgment card here, pretty heavy energy, I would say, that is kind of urging you to make a decision, because when we're in the 9 of Wands, we're not really happy. And it's not like we're happy all the time, or like that we can just make a decision and be happy, kind of thing. But it's definitely not a card that we want to be in either. All right. So the 9 of Wands to me is often times a card of sort of, there's still passion in a situation, but there's also resentment in a situation. So that's a pretty volatile combination, for down the road. It usually, and it's a common scenario I see a lot in like personal readings and whatnot. So it's like the 9 of Wands is this weird combination where we don't really notice that, though. We don't really notice that It's like, because there is passion there, there's chemistry, and it doesn't have to be love. I mean, this could be your work, whatever this, or a person at work, or a situation, whatever. But there's passion there. There's like some kind of chemistry, passion that keeps you going. But there's also this sort of subtle resentment going on at the same time. So when that combination is around, it usually doesn't just sort of magically turn into great things. So I would say with the Judgment card here, it's asking for, like, universe, higher self, right? Asking to use your discernment to make a decision, and fairly quickly. Judgment card to me is a card of saying, hey, we're blowing the trumpet here. You hear me. That higher self is saying, you hear it. Don't pretend you don't hear that trumpet. And it's like they're wanting you to make a decision here, okay, towards moving away from this energy. So it doesn't mean like you have to make a radical decision, or radically change your life or anything like that, but it's wanting you to take a look at, like, hey, are there any hidden resentments here with a situation? If so, those need to be cleared up, because they're not going to go away, and they're either going to multiply, and then there's going to be a lot of resentment, because then you're going to be like, wow, like if it's a person or a relationship, wow, I just spent, 10 years with that person, when it could have been, 4, or something like that, right? Or put that in terms of a job. It could be a job too. All right, so let's get a little bit more for you. All right, what's going on for Cancers, please? Yeah, you might have put yourself out there with something and then got silence, in return, is what I'm seeing here. So then what do? We handle that stuff with grace. Resentment isn't it's an energy that really isn't helpful, right? It's an energy, but it doesn't really propel us forward or help us grow or help us be fulfilled. So there's something there to... if someone makes us feel like that, it's probably not the right situation. Or if a job makes us feel like that, it's probably not the right situation. Yeah, you have the World card here, the Four of Swords, and the Moon card. All right, so yeah, there's some emotions here. There is some, the Ten of Swords here. I do feel like there's ending energy here, letting something go. Something that again, there might be that weird passion, that weird chemistry with it, but if it's not... if it's not working for you, let me put it in the simplest possible terms. And it might be a stupid metaphor, but sometimes stupid metaphors are like just what we need. So it's like, I can think of times where I've had like these, like, I remember it was Fred Siegel. I'm just going to, okay, I'll give an actual example. It was Fred Siegel on Melrose back in the day. And they used to, I don't know if they still do, but they used to have this like annual sale. Because Fred Siegel is a super expensive store in Los Angeles, clothing and accessories and whatnot. And way out of my league. I worked at a coffee house. I ain't shopping at Fred Siegel, right? And it's like, but they would have this once a year sale. So it's like my friend and I went over there, and oh my God, the prices were awesome. They were affordable, and I found this shirt. It was the coolest freaking shirt. I loved it. And it was awesome and high quality. Just everything about it was just like, it was unique. It was just all me, right? Loved it. Well, I bought it, and the thing is, though, that shirt, it was so cool, but I never had anything to go with it. And the color really wasn't my color. But I didn't let that stop, because I felt like I was getting such a good deal because it was Fred Siegel, right? And it was like, probably had an original $250 price tag, and this is back in the 90s, right? And it's like, I don't know what the hell I got it for, probably $20 or, something like ridiculously cheap. So it's like, I had this passion for this shirt. It should have been a great shirt. It was Fred Siegel. It was $250 originally, but could I wear it? And it's like, it really didn't look good on me. So it's like, that's the metaphor I see with your reading. And it's time to kind of come out of that emotions and let go of that shirt. Maybe somebody else will really look killer in that shirt. Maybe somebody else can really wear that shirt well, but it's not working for, it doesn't work for us, kind of thing. All right. Okay, so let's see. Let's get one more row here for Cancers. Okay, Cancers, please. All right, what else for Cancers? Okay. Yeah, Ten of Swords came out again, guys. Yeah. Eight of Cups, walking away. Going, okay, yeah, I mean, wow. Ten of Swords, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords. This is all about, and now this is more of a predictive energy. This row here I use as kind of like a predictive energy, but also as like a higher, like what the higher part of the situation is. All right. So it's a combination of both for me as a reader in this area. And so we have this prediction energy of something does need to come to an end. Something is moving on, or someone is moving on, maybe literally moving. Maybe that's you. Maybe you are leaving a relationship. Maybe you are leaving a job. Maybe you're leaving a situation, a place, a home, whatever it may be. So there's definitely a literal movement here. Okay. I mean, it can be metaphor too, but many times this is literally like packing up, leaving a situation. But it can absolutely be metaphor too, of moving on, listening to your intuition. And there's strong energy here of that trumpet's here. All right. It's saying, yeah, we've been blowing that trumpet for a while, and it's been hard to take, because it's like, sometimes we want clarity about something. The Moon card is when we feel like we don't have clarity. We can't see everything, but the thing is, it's like, sometimes, it's nice to know all the answers about something, but sometimes we just don't. And sometimes we just don't get those answers. But the thing is, it doesn't mean though that that we ignore the signs telling us to let something go and move on, because sometimes that is the test. So letting go, moving on, despite knowing all the whys, then once you actually do move on, you listen to your intuition and you do that, then sometimes surprisingly you do get the answer down the road. All right, when it's more suitable for you to have the answers. Because think of that. All right. It's like, if universe worked that way, and, then life would be so simple, wouldn't it? It's like, if it's a person for some reason, for example, and you want to leave this person, or this person has left you, and you're like, well, why, and of course we're going to answer, we're going to ask that of ourselves, like, why did that happen? Or why did they leave? Or why am I leaving? Whatever, why did this all happen in the first place? Why did I spend 9 years in this, or whatever? We all want those whys answered, because we don't want to make those mistakes again, or it's just human curiosity. But sometimes universe tests us in that way to say, because like, if they just gave us the answer and said, oh, well, Cancers, it happened because of this, and that. And remember that time 4 years ago? Well, that's why. Right? So it's like, if we had all the answers like given to us, well, then it's like, that's not really real, is it? It's not really realistic. Life doesn't work that way. So I think universe kind of does this stuff to see if we have the like guts or whatever to leave a situation to better ourselves, even though it's difficult. And then we get the answer as to why, once we really make those moves. All right, that's what I'm seeing. All right, so let's go to, that was Cancer. We are on to Leo. Leo. Okay, Leo, let's see what the message is for you. Leos, tell me about Leo, please. That I need to know at this time. Energy, highest and clearest, advice, anything that wants to come out. Okay, you have enthusiasm at the bottom of the deck. Cool. And gratitude is the card that is showing for you. So gratitude, we also have this beautiful enthusiasm card at the bottom of the deck with all the butterflies, transformation. Maybe you guys are going to be so grateful about something that is, that you're going to be enthusiastic about, some kind of transformation, something along those lines. Okay, so let's see. What is going on for Leos, please? I feel like someone's not giving up on you. All right, someone's not giving up on you. Could be an Aquarius. Okay. What's going on for Leos, please? We have Taurus coming out, also Pisces. Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, you possibly might be a little, I don't know, annoyed or put off by someone at this time or something, like maybe just the establishment in general, right? The Hierophant, the man, I never know how to say that word, oligarchy, something like that. That's possible for some of you. But, if that's the case too, we have this gratitude card, right? And then enthusiasm, because what better thing to navigate through. Let's face it, the world is like ridiculous right now. It's just ridiculous. It really is. And I laugh because what else can I do, right? I could just like bury my head and cry and, everything about, the way the world is and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, I choose to just laugh at the ridiculousness of it because really, it just is right now. It's always ridiculous, but especially I would say right now. So, if it is something like that, it's like we can always still, though, try to find gratitude and enthusiasm, because what better way to like fight the system, right? Is to, and that's a technical set. There's a lot of other things. I'm not saying like, oh, that's just going to solve everything or anything, but it will for you. Like, it starts with us individually. And I cannot stress that enough. I see so many things, Facebook posts and stuff like that. Well, I don't really, because I don't pay any attention to any of that stuff, but I used to. All right. And I know it's still out there. I'm sure it is, of, this opinion and that opinion and this and that, and the world's going to hell in a handbasket and, all these things. Right. And everybody wants to blame like the establishment or a particular political person, or they want to blame this or that or whatever, right? And now stay with me here, because this could work in context of anything. This can be a relationship. This could be a job. All right. So what I'm talking about here, but I'm going to use like the way the world is as an example. So it's like everybody on those posts, they all, they do they. And yes, there's a lot of greed in this world. Yes, there's a lot of power in this, power hungry people in this world. Yes, there's a lot of selfishness in this world. All these things. There's a lot of junk being manufactured in this world and piling up. There's all these things. But again, this all starts with the individual, because it is macrocosm, microcosm. So if we're going to be spiritual people, then, we can't have it for certain things, and understanding that it's like, yes, there is a they, absolutely. But then there's also an us, and they are what compiles this whole thing. So it's like we can easily say, oh, this is greedy. They're being too this and they're being too that. But then we have to also look within ourselves and see which areas we are being selfish, in which areas are we possibly, being greedy. Like I always said, a lot of things started when regular people started getting on the bandwagon of flipping houses and things like that. And hey, I'm not against somebody trying to make a buck. That's awesome. But, I was in the heart of it in Los Angeles, and ultimately it's people like you and me that booted me out of LA. It wasn't like the establishment. It was people, normal people, regular people who saw this opportunity that they could, buy these homes or these apartments or whatever at a reasonable price at that time before everything went ridiculous, and then fix them up and jack up the prices like insanely. And I get it. They were just trying to make a living for their family and stuff like that. But it's people like that who drove me out of LA. It wasn't like the man, or anything like that. So what I'm saying is that sometimes, the us and them, it doesn't matter. It's us. So there's something here to find your gratitude about, find your enthusiasm about, because once we can find those things within ourselves, then it's like, you know, things have a way of, like, good things, just like bad things have a way of spreading, so do good things. So it starts with us, basically, in any situation. So I'm talking about world stuff, but this can be with a marriage, with a job, with a family member, with whatever, you know, you want to apply this for. So it's like there's something here to look at from a different perspective and not be like super annoyed at or something like that, right? Okay, so let's see what's going on here. All right, let's get a little bit more for Leos. Leo, please. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. That's what I like seeing. A lot more like moving away from things and taking action. Like really definitely feeling like, hey, it's time for me to get busy. It's time for me to leave behind thinking about these troubling things and realize I'm the queen or king of freaking wands, right? Fire. And it's like, you're not the knight, you're not the page, you know, you're in this hierarchy, you know, you're a king or a queen, right? And it's like, it's time to get some activity going, right? So it's like, I don't know, some of you feel like doing something, so do something. You know, definitely do something with enthusiasm. That's what I see, which could really turn things around. It's like when we just kind of sit around and like mull with things, you know, whether it be world situations or whether it be like, I don't know, you know, this marriage is sort of this or that. I don't know if I'm happy in this relationship, or I don't know if I'm happy with this job. And I mean, we can mull those things around forever, you know, and be annoyed by it. Or we can spend that same amount of energy and time on, okay, let me focus on what my future could be then. What can I do to you know, have some forward momentum here? So maybe this is putting out new resumes. Maybe this is reaching out to someone and saying, okay, hey, you know, things have been sort of stagnant. Let's go have some fun. Or, you know, let's shake this MFer up, you know, in a way. Let's you know, roof down or whatever. I don't know, whatever those old slang words were. Set the roof on fire or something like that I'm thinking of. I don't know, like back in the 2000s. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Give me a little bit more here for Leo. So I do feel like you're feeling the call. You're feeling the call to move through something with more enthusiasm. And right now, I'd say it's only possibly your mind that's holding you back, your thoughts, things like that. So look at some different perspectives. Find gratitude somewhere. I can't stress that enough. That's what's going to help you move in this forward momentum. Wow. Yeah, 3 of Cups. I see a lot of like sociability with you and things. Oh, well, okay, maybe. All right. 10 of Wands. Okay. And an opportunity. Okay. You know what? You're almost through the woods on something. All right. You almost are through the woods on something. But here's the thing. I do feel like many of you could have this turning point here where things could really change for you. It's like you feel it. And I think that's really what to go with right now. I'm not usually a fan of letting like the emotions be like the ruler of something, but in this case, I feel like it should be. I do. Because otherwise, I got to say, predictive wise, if you kind of continue to resent something or continue to constantly like be annoyed by something, I feel like that's really going to delay your opportunity availability for something. All right, because I feel like there is a very good possibility of something here. And I don't know, this could be a job or something along those lines. I would be very careful about, like, if you are choosing a new career or new work, putting out your resumes here, being careful that you don't overwork yourself, overtax yourself, all right? Because that money might not work out in the long run. So in other words, if you've got some resumes out, and somebody, offers you this shiny offer, it's like, make sure, because if it's a pretty good amount of money, make sure though that it's in balance and equality with the amount of work that you actually are putting in. So for instance, if it's a salary offer, it's like, do the math, like, okay, but I'm actually going to be spending 14 hours a day doing this. Is this really, that sort of thing. I would say to really consider things, and make sure that it's not something that you're taking that you're going to have a lot of resentment towards in the long run. Because I do feel like right now there's like an opportunity for you where something could be a much better match for you. So like do the math is what I'm getting. So I'm going to say that in terms of anything. All right. If it's a marriage, if it's a relationship, like do the math, is this something that you keep putting effort into that goes nowhere, and makes you feel like crap, Five of Pentacles, or is it time to get out and, sometimes it's not the marriage. We think it's the marriage or the relationship or the desire of a relationship or something like that. But oftentimes it's really not. I mean, sometimes it is, but oftentimes it's more that we're not really inspired, on our own. We don't have our own thing that keeps us inspired and creative. So there's something here about having more creativity, more inspiration, more enthusiasm. And that is what's going to bring in more of a real opportunity for you. But there's a danger here of like watching this and maybe even agreeing with it and all that, but then ultimately not doing that. All right. So I would say best thing to do, find something to be grateful for, find your enthusiasm and move toward that. Don't stay in resentment or overtaxing yourself for something that's not worth it for you. Okay. All right, so that is Leo. We are on to Virgo. There we go. All right, Virgo, let's see what your message is. Tell me about Virgos, please. Virgo, what's the message for our beautiful Virgo friends? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, any placement of Virgos. Highest and clearest message for Virgos, please. Okay, playfulness. What a nice card. Okay, and inspiration is at the bottom of the deck as well. All right, I like the playfulness card. It's so cute. It's like two girls like having young, children having a tea party. So there's something about maybe dressing up and, kind of getting into that energy of playfulness. Okay, so let's see what we have here for you. All right, Virgo, please. What is the message for Virgos? Okay. Virgos. All right, what's going on for Virgos? Okay. Well, I feel like your energy is like moving towards like better. All right. So recent past, 9 of Wands. So you could have just been sort of exhausted, burned out with something. But now, like in this current energy, you have the Empress energy, which is very playful. This could also suggest to, like, if you have children or if you're like a godmother to other children, aunt, the cool aunt, something like that. Spend some time with some playfulness with children. Like that might like inspire you or something along those lines. All right, that might just be really what you need right now. Is having that kind of energy. But either way, it's like the Empress energy is really good. I feel like there's an improvement. I feel like there's something on its way to you that you don't see quite yet, but could be intriguing. So let's take a look and see what that might be. Okay. So tell me about Virgo, please. What's going on with Virgo? Let's get a little bit more on how they're feeling right now, and then we'll see what that 4 of Cups might be. Okay, where is Virgo? Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, 10 of Cups. Nice. Okay. Two of Wands and the Lover's card. All right. Yeah. Truly knowing like you want to make a decision about something over these next few days. So trying to make a decision. You maybe feel like you're discussing something with someone. It could be about like going somewhere. Four of Wands can oftentimes mean like an event, and that makes sense. It's the holidays. There could be a party, holiday party, something like that. Queen of Swords is like kind of laying the facts out on the line, right? Having a discussion. So it could even be about moving or just spending time. Like, okay, whose family are we going to spend time with this year? Or, you know, you might be invited to spend time somewhere with the Ten of Cups. It could be something family related. But either way, I do feel like there's some kind of, like you're feeling like you need to make a choice or that you want to have a clear, you know, discussion about something coming up. So yeah, it's probably more about like family is what I'm getting here. And I'm getting holiday vibes, so it's probably something like that. Nothing real major here, but who knows? Let's see. Let me get a little bit more. We'll take a look at that Four of Cups in a minute. Okay, tell me about Virgo, please. Okay, Six of Cups. Page of Swords. Okay. And the Chariot card. All right. So yeah, I would say forward movement. I do feel like you guys might be like going somewhere. Chariot card is usually short trips, things like that. You're definitely thinking about something here. And again, it could have something to do with children. We have or siblings, something along those lines. We do have the Six of Cups here. So the Page of Swords is here too. I don't know. I feel like you may have to sort of defend a point or two about a discussion or something like that you may be having with someone, and it may involve something to do with a home, an event, or family is what I'm getting. So I don't really see any like romantic messages here in this particular spread. You may want to check your Venus sign or rising or moon if that's what you're looking for. But I do see forward movement or some sort of travel, something like that with the Chariot card here. We also have Cancer and Gemini and Taurus in this reading, if that means anything to you. So let's take a look at that Four of Cups. Okay. Four of Cups for Virgo, please. Nine of Cups. Wow. Yeah, there's something here. Wow. Fantastic. I feel like there's something here that, because that's what I was saying earlier, and I said we'd check into it, that there's something that is kind of on its way to you, or something that is, you know, around you, all right, some kind of opportunity or offer or something like that could be really, really nice. You have the Nine of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Star card here. So there's something here about listening to your intuition, something to have a lot of faith and hope in at this time. You had the Magician at the bottom of the deck when I put this card down. So the Magician with this High Priestess, Nine of Cups, Star card, these are all cards of manifesting something in a very positive way. Having a lot of hope and faith in something. So I do feel like there's kind of something around the corner here. Right now, I'd say it's just a time to enjoy sort of the simplicity of something, the playfulness of something, the girlish tea party, you know, of something, and sort of let go of all the other more stressful elements of things and just move forward. All right. That's what I see. Just move forward through things. Things don't have to be heavy discussions or bringing up a bunch of points or, you know, something like that. It's like just kind of keep rolling. That's what I'd say. All right. That is Virgo. Let's go to Libra. Virgo, if you could thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you. I'd appreciate it. All right. Okay, Libra. We'll see what the message is for you. Libras, please. Libra. Strength. Okay. Woo, power at the bottom of the deck. All right. Strength. Kind of, you know, very powerful card showing up here for you. It's a dragon, right? It's not like a lion kind of tarot card kind of thing, right? So let's see. Strength. So your mind is very sharp right now. It feels like air energy to me with that dragon, you know, being up in the sky in the clouds, right? And it looks like she's, you know, harnessing kind of, you know, command of that, right? So I do feel like you are commanding your dragons. You have a lot of strength right now. You're not being weighed down by too many thoughts and things like that. Cool. All right. You have power underneath the deck. And that brings it down to the earthly plane. And then, wow, commitment is after that. But the power is an elephant. So we have this like kind of mythical, up in the air, which air energy, right? You, thoughts, things like that. We have this strength and command over that. And then also on the earthly plane of things. Now, just waiting to come in is this like stampede elephant power, right? So that is awesome. Okay. You had commitment after that as well. So committing to that energy and might bring some really interesting change into your life. Okay. So let's see. What do we have here for Libras? What is the message for Libras, please? Libra. Okay. King of Swords. Oof. Sun card. And the Eight of Swords. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. In the Devil card at the bottom of the deck. Okay. The demons. All right. Or Capricorn. Could just be a Capricorn. But you do have this King of Swords, the Sun, and then the Eight of Swords. So what I see here is like a bit of a waffling. All right. The King of Swords, when it's showing in this mind energy that I'm looking at in this spread, where our air energy is, our thoughts. King of Swords is like super clear. It's like that masculine hierarchy energy of things. It doesn't have to be a male, all right? We're not talking about men and women here. We're talking about this masculine king, all right, of our thoughts, like making clear-cut choices, clear-cut decisions. Like, yeah, you know what? I do need to cut this out. I need to stay sharp and focused, and I'm going to be very blunt about doing this. And that's going to make me feel good. I'm going to feel happy. I'm going to feel clearer. All right. But then there's this waffling kind of back in to the Eight of Swords, which is that insecure feeling again. So I feel like a great imagery for you is to think of, if a dragon doesn't work, use like an owl or, some kind of air creature, right? And like in a very fantasy kind of way, but also in a very powerful kind of way, like actually do some visualizations like that of seeing yourself, or even on top of a mountaintop, right? Because that's air energy too, where you are in a powerful position, a powerful strength type of position. And imagine yourself there and maybe even develop a mantra for yourself. Like I make clear choices, clear decisions for my highest good. I always am clear and focused. I make the best decisions for my highest good. Something like that. Just keep rerunning something like that, because there's something that needs to be rerouted here. Because the Eight of Swords is like feeling mummified, trapped by your thoughts and not confident with your thoughts. So it's like this energy is really strong and powerful, but then kind of turns a corner, and then we're back in the Eight of Swords energy where we're feeling possibly, we're not feeling in that strength anymore. So keep up the Sun. Sun is the clarity, the positivity, the enthusiasm, that sort of thing. Okay, so let's see. Then you get the Nine of Cups and King of Cups. Okay, so let's see what else is going on for Libras at this time. Okay, there you are, Libra. And I just saw the Five of Swords and what the hell was it? When I was cutting the deck, because I was about to say also to let go of the need to be right about something. So like, I don't feel like you guys are being like, well, I'm right, but there is something I feel with that Five of Swords. I forget what the other card was, but it made me like want to say that, but then I thought, well, that's going to piss somebody off. I don't want to say that because it sounds mean, but that phrase did come into my mind, so I'll go ahead and say it. Sometimes we do need to hear stuff like that, right? I know I need to hear shit like that sometimes, right? It's like there's something to let go of the need to be right about. Okay. All right. So let's see what's going on for Libras, please. Okay, we have another king energy showing up for you. All right, Five of Wands and King. Oh my gosh, you have 3 kings on the board, Libra. Libra. Okay, I was going to say, save one for the rest of us. You can't have all the kings. Okay, let's see. Who'd you? Oh, well, you saved us the King of Pentacles. All right, we'll take that. All right, so you have King of Wands, you have Five of Wands, and you have the King of Cups. So you're getting a lot of king energy coming out. So sure, maybe you're dealing with a masculine. All right, that's very possible. Maybe there's, maybe the heart is not sure, like which one you want, or something like that. But I'm not going to read it in terms of people, because this is a general reading, and I don't know. This could be Bruce, Bob, and Bill to you. I have no idea. It could be George, Connor, and Stuart to somebody else. I have no idea. So I'm going to read it as the hierarchy card, all right, of the king energy, which is masculine energy. So regardless, if you're a feminine, this is asking for you to have the masculine energy right now. And that doesn't mean that we're cold and we're this and we're that and, whatever. It just means, though, that we need to, masculine energy is the... feminine energy is like the receiving energy, and masculine energy is the, right? Well, I mean, think about, right? It's like, that's masculine and feminine energy, the putting in of something and then reverberating off of the receiving. So we need to be like the masculine energy at this time, where we are moving forward. We are taking control of ourselves. So we still want to balance it with feminine. Of course, there's a little bit, maybe too much masculine energy here, but I think that's saying because that's what you need right now, because the feminine energy is not really moving forward right now. It's feeling stuck. So I do feel like there's this conflict and confusion that is going on, and it could be with other people. I don't know. Again, it could be with these kings. Either way, though, your feelings are not really your friend right now. Your clarity of mind is your friend right now. All right, but your feelings are a little bit confused. So I would say, whose aren't? I mean, everybody's feelings are confused at many times, but this is just saying, hey, it's time to move towards things that feel sincere, but in a powerful way. Not in I don't know if I could do that, kind of way, in a powerful way, in a sincere way. If you're going to make gestures towards things that you love, then do it in the most sincere and genuine way. All right. Take leadership over your feelings. Don't let them be confused. There may be someone that is very like a mixture of stoicism here with the King of Swords and passion that confuses the hell out of you. Well, then maybe that's, not the situation for you. There's a conflict here in your feelings, but your mind is the Sun card. It needs to have that clarity and positivity. Okay, so let's get a final row here for you, Libra. Yeah, setting yourself free from things is going to be very good. Okay. Okay, you have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, maybe you guys are up in the air and indecisive about maybe a couple different choices. Maybe there's 3, maybe there's 2. I don't know. 7 of Swords. Yeah, so, okay. 4 of Wands. There's a need here to, your card at the bottom of the deck, to kind of balance something out here. Oh, hi, Ladybug. There's a lady. I wonder if it was on the camera. I just looked up and it was kind of flying around. Okay, I have there's probably about 10 ladybugs in this room right now. I don't know, always attracted to this part of the house. Anyway, so we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the 7 of Swords, and we have the 4 of Wands. Yeah, there's something I feel like you're hoping you can bypass something, or that you can tiptoe around something, but it's just the same old pattern. So it's like, I don't mean to be harsh on you guys, Libras, at all. It's just, but sometimes we do need that sort of, boot camp kick in the, you know what. All right. And I feel like this is one of those times, because I feel like there's this clarity of mind that's in the present. All right. But it dissipates. And it's like, whatever that clarity is that you have had or that you are about to have, because sometimes they're predictive, okay, hang on to that, man, because that is what's going to help create balance and an end to a pattern of tiptoeing around a pattern. because the Seven of Swords is a card to me of like spiritual change that needs to happen. And oh my God, there is a ladybug on the phone. Okay, hopefully it won't go over the camera. Hold on. Although ladybugs are good luck, Libras. Okay. Anyway, I can see it. It's walking around the edge of my phone right now. So I apologize if it blocks the camera view, but whatever. I just want to stay with this reading. So, and that, that's interesting. Oh my God, there you go. See, things like that happen for a reason. Ladybugs are good luck. It's walking around the edge right now, right? And it's like, that's what I feel like. You guys have like some good luck or some clarity right now, but I think there's this danger of like blocking the camera, blocking the focus with that, right? So it's like there's something here that don't go back into indecisive mode or, well, okay, but this is what I really want, so let me pretend that doesn't exist and I'm just going to go into this pattern again. It's like, no, it's like there's something here about there's an opportunity for you to move forward in some sort of situation that is more beneficial or more right for you. But staying in like, I feel like you might be trying to manipulate yourself. There's maybe something or someone that you want. And so it's like, whenever that happens, I know we've all done that. Whenever we want someone or something really bad, it's like, even if we keep getting signs that it's not for us, we still will trick our minds into thinking that we're getting signs about it or that we're getting this about it. And because it's what we really want to do, right? Even though everything, like, we do know inside it's not right for us and we choose to ignore that. That's what I see going on here. So there's something not to ignore and there's something to just completely do different for yourself. Have this inner strength in thoughts, like the dragon. Let's not forget, I would say watch the beginning of this reading again to remind yourself of those things we talked about with that power on the ground, boots on the ground, right? Because it's time to get boots on the ground with something and not repeat a pattern or try to fool ourselves into, well, but maybe, if I do this, then I can have that, or, something like that. There's something to really balance a karma. It's probably a big life lesson here that's been going on in the background, maybe for quite a while. It could be your whole life even. There's something here that's more major than a current energy reading, all right, for a couple days or something. So I would say, just rewatch that part in the beginning where I talked about like the strength of thoughts and that sort of thing, okay? All right, so let's go to Scorpio. Let's see what's going on there. Scorpio. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Let's see what your message is. Tell me about Scorpios, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any placement, Mars, any of those. Scorpios. Current energy message. Okay. Maybe. All right. Oh, abundance. Nice. All right, we'll keep it there. Okay, so you got Flow. Beautiful. Flow is your card, Scorpio. Right on. Okay, let's see. So we have some birds in the air. We have like a weeping willow. We have beautiful like gentle waterfall going on here. So it's pretty like chill flow energy. Okay, what's going on? like seriously, flow. Okay, I love it. All right, what do we got going on for Scorpio, please? Scorpio, what is their message? Someone's maybe coming to see you. I'm getting that somebody may be coming to see you, Scorpio. Okay. Could be a Virgo. Sagittarius, because I saw Sagittarius earlier. Gemini, Pisces. Okay. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Scorpio. What's going on? Current energy. Current energy. Okay. Oh, wow, that temperance card came out again. I mean, right in the center. I mean, talk about flow. Beautiful. And it's flanked by 2 Scorpio cards, literally. Yeah, the 6 and 7 of cups here, and then this like flow in between. So yeah, now is a good time to kind of blend flow, 6 of cups into 7 of cups. I feel like you guys are getting curious about something. Like it feels like it's not like a kind of, it feels kind of like Aries reading was, where it's not really a time to be super forceful with something, but it is a time to start like recognizing something to start flowing toward, something to start getting curious about, or someone possibly to start getting curious about. So there is that message. I also see too, just a very nice energy around you at this time. I don't feel like your thoughts are grief-stricken, heartbroken, things like that right now. I feel like they, if anything, they're more in a innocent, genuine kind of flow. All right. So definitely things on your mind. I mean, you're Scorpio, right? So, but I'm if you're heartbroken right now or something like that, this, maybe check like your rising sign or moon sign, I would say, because I am not really seeing like that type of energy right now. Okay, so let me get a little bit more here. Let's see what's going on. All right, tell me about Scorpio, please. All right. Scorpio, what's going on? Ace of Wands, World card, wow, and the Page of Swords. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. All right. I'm going to clarify Page of Swords. Let me clarify that. Because you have the Ace of Wands in the World. I like that. I think that's going somewhere. And then you have this like kind of pesky Page of Swords. Okay. All right. What are you? What say ye, Page of Swords? Pesky Page of Swords. Okay. Indecision. Okay. And then you have Patience at the bottom of the deck, which again is kind of like that flow and that Temperance card. Okay. So you may be possibly a little bit annoyed at someone's impatience, or someone's, I don't know, maybe you're waiting on a message, or you're waiting on someone to make a decision or something along those lines. Patience, flow, just stay in that energy. Don't try to rush something. If you are possibly talking with someone or texting with someone, if it's, romance or something like that, or whatever it may be, for you, it's like, give things time. All right. If they don't respond in 2 seconds or something, just, give it some time here. I feel like too, though, that you may be more annoyed at someone else's indecision. I don't think it's yours. I feel like it's theirs. Although you do have this 7 of Cups. So I don't know. I do feel like there's this positive energy around you. Yeah, definitely. We have the Ace of Pentacles here, the Empress, where I split the deck. We have the Ace of Wands here, the World card. There's definitely some energy here of like wanting to be inspired is what I feel like you want to be inspired, but you're sort of like, what? That's probably what it is. And like, what is it? What do I want to be inspired by? What do I choose to be inspired by? Whom do I choose to be inspired by? So I do feel like you guys might be kind of wrestling with like that type of shadow at this time, but it's okay because it's, Empress out here again. The Hermit, because, and the Wheel of Fortune. I was going to say it's fine because I do feel like things, you're going to have some sort of choice here pretty soon. All right. And you have the 6 of Wands that is going to be good, victorious, something along those lines. There's someone to pay attention to here. Possibly too, it could even be like a mother figure in your life. You have the 6 of Cups and this like Empress energy. So it could have something to do with you being a mother, or like your own mother, or a mother figure. All right. That offers some sort of wisdom here, to something to pay attention to, something that could really turn the wheel in a positive way to help you make a high discerning choice, like that Lover's card, right, into forward movement. So I do feel like there's definitely an energy here of a lot of protective energy guidance like type energy around you, or you are that. All right, maybe you are being that at this time, but then be that for yourself. All right, if you find yourself in indecision or something like that, then turn to I would say the feminine energy of yourself to allow that intuition and guidance to come through. You definitely, this is also in predictive energy, this last row. So you do have the Wheel of Fortune here, Scorpio. So I think something could turn in your favor that could look really good. Now, if we're looking at this as just current energy, like the next few days, or something like that, I feel like there's a lot of positive energy around you. I feel like things are just in the flow. You might be a little indecisive about some things right now, but that's okay. It's like there's a new cycle up ahead. Just listen to your wisdom. Keep self-nurturing yourself, which thus then you can self-nurture others, right? And that's helping you to bring some sort of change into your life. So, I mean, you have the World card in the center of this reading. You have a ton of major arcana. The World card in the center. You have the Temperance. This is your middle row. This is, what I kind of consider in this spread, like the true you, the inner you. You have the Hermit, the World card, and Temperance. So it's like you have this spiritual angel crowning, you have this earthly wisdom down below, and there's a world card right in the center. So it's like you're very centered internally right now. So don't let like indecision or other things or anything like that rock your boat right now. It's like also flanking this reading, again, more major arcana. We have the Empress energy, which is abundance, nurturing, self-value, all those good things, but nurture, so that we can nurture others. And you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is the card of good luck, a new cycle, something changing. So you have a really, really nice flow, reading here. So just go with that. I would say don't force any decisions right now. Just keep being in the flow. Things, you'll know when to take action towards something. It might not be right now. I feel like you're waiting for it because you're sort of like feeling like you should be, but it's saying to stay in the flow right now. We got you, Scorpio. All right, to stay in the flow. So that's what I see there. Very nice reading. Very good energy. I haven't seen that kind of energy for Scorpio for a while. It's very, very good. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's see. What are we on? We are on Sagittarius. We are. All right. Let me move those cards over. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. Oh, no, we used that card already. That's right. That was done already. Okay. Sagittarius, please. What is the message for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. Okay. Opening. Oh my gosh. And it's the lotus flower and healing. Beautiful. All right. So you have this beautiful lotus flower that's like opening up, unfurling, unveiling, right? Very, very beautiful with healing energy underneath the deck. So very, very nice. So I feel like you guys have possibly like opened yourself up to maybe you've been working really hard on yourself, on your inner self. And it looks like it's paying off. You're starting to open up, unfold. There's some healing energy around you at this time. So very beautiful. All right. Probably went through a rough patch here, I would imagine. But it looks to me like in this current energy, the source is saying, hey, stay encouraged because things are opening up for you. Things are healing for you. Okay, so let's see. You guys might also, over this next few days, find yourself opening up about something, and that could be very healing for you. Okay, so let's see. What's going on for Sagittarius, please? Yeah, Strength card. Definitely. Pisces and Leo are showing up here. Okay, we got the Cancer card of the Chariot. 9 of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Sagittarius. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like you guys are just sort of in this, it feels very much like a offshoot of the Scorpio reading that I just did. It's got that same kind of vibe. So maybe some of you are watching both placements. It has a very natural energy to this. So with the Chariot going into the 9 of Pentacles, into the Wheel of Fortune, probably what's on your mind is maybe a short trip or going somewhere, opening up to, like that could be metaphorically going somewhere, right? But I think literally you guys might be thinking about travel or something along those lines. All right, so let's see. Let's get a little bit more for you. Yeah, definitely. I feel like things like you guys are, you don't have like a ton of nuisances around you right now. So things are feeling a little bit more open and like you can breathe a little bit. So maybe you guys have been through a pretty tough cycle. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is now showing up for you. So let's see. Oh, but you might not recognize this yet. Okay. Let's see. Oh, no, you do. Okay, you got the Sun card. Wow. All right. So I feel like this is more of a predictive energy. Some of you may not be in this energy quite yet. All right. But it's like good news abounds, I would say, Sagittarius. So if you've kind of found yourself in a place of like sort of keeping everything at arm's length, not really trusting anything, feeling like there's not much opportunity or something like that, whether it be with a person, with dating, with finding the right job, whatever it may be. There's this energy here, though, that looks like things are going to turn around for you. I feel like you're going to be pretty excited about someone or interested in someone. I do see someone possibly pursuing you also. You may have in the past, like I said, kind of kept them at arm's length, but it does look like they're not necessarily giving up. I feel like now this would not be like a toxic situation, like of, oh my God, no, not him again. Hell no. Don't want anything to do with that one. It's not that one. I guarantee. Okay. I mean, maybe that happens, whatever. But I mean, in this reading, that is not what I'm seeing. This is something that's more spontaneously playful, welcomed. All right. Not something that you're like, ugh, God, not that again. This is not heavy karmas. Okay, this is something that's lighter, playful. Maybe before you kind of kept them at bay, a little bit, but it looks like they're trying again. So I do feel like there's some like flirtation around you, something like that. Now, if it's not romantic love, although I'm getting a romantic vibe from this, but if it's not romantic love, then it's like the same energy, but like possibly with work or career or whatever your situation is. Some of you also too, you might, if you're car shopping over the next like 9 days or so, like you might really find like what you're looking for. Like you're gonna have a lot of good luck with it. It's gonna be a good, good vibe for you. You're gonna like it, that kind of thing. Okay, so let's see. Let's get the last row here. What else for Sagittarius? I would definitely say if you are single, like to be in that opening, open up. No, okay, I don't want to get too crass here, but I would definitely be in that open vulnerability, type of energy, not in the standoffish, pushing people away energy. All right, because somebody or something could be coming in to make you pretty happy. All right. Something's shaking up here. Yeah. Ace of Wands, 9 of Cups. You have a great reading, Sagittarius. So I would say absolutely. Those of you who are single and welcoming of, like start being welcoming, because it's like don't feel like, well, I got to heal more, I got to do this more or something like that. There's somebody coming in that I feel like in the past you were sort of, or recently, if this is a recent situation or about to be, like your first reaction might be sort of like, oh, I don't know if they might be a player or they might be this or they might be that. But there's something here where universe is saying, you know what though? I don't know. There's something good here. There's something that could be fun, something that you could really enjoy with this situation or this person. So I would absolutely, with the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, and the 9 of Cups showing up in sort of like your outcome energy, something's good. All right. So be open to it. Remember that card. It's like being open to things. All right. That's going to be healing for you. It's going to be very, very fortuitous for you. Okay. All right. So no pushing anybody away. No being guarded. All right. We are on to Capricorn. Oh, I got to get the Oracle card though, don't I? Yeah. Let me do that. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on for you. All right. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Capricorn. Adventure. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, and enthusiasm is at the bottom of the deck as well. All right. So we have adventure showing up. So some of you just might be thinking about doing something unusual, going on a cool adventure, something along those lines. Maybe you're about to be invited on a cool adventure. I don't know. There's enthusiasm at the bottom of the deck. So, oh, wow. Yeah, 2 aces. So setting a new course for yourself, possibly with being very enthusiastic about it as well. Wow. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what comes out for Capricorn, please. So what is the message, please, for Capricorn? Saw Virgo energy. I saw Leo energy. There's Aries energy. Wow. Okay, all kinds of energies showing up here. Okay, for you. All right, what's going on, Capricorn? Gemini. Oh, okay. Okay, I feel like there could be you or someone around you that is just sort of like ticked off right now at something or someone. And I don't feel it's you. I don't think they're like ticked off at you or anything like that. There's like something else going on here. However, though, it's like being the Capricorn that you are and like kind of highly Capricorns are more intuitive. That you think earth signs and stuff aren't usually associated with like the intuition side of things and stuff like that. But most Capricorns I know have a really good sense of intuition. So I feel, and also too, empathy. I feel like this is something that you are kind of just feeling about someone. Like someone may be on your mind a lot right now, or something along those lines. And it's probably because it's that intuition, that empathy, of you kicking in, that someone around you is possibly a little aggravated or ticked off, or maybe they're going through, maybe you have a good friend that's arguing with their spouse or person or something like that. I feel like though, like not letting that overtake like your own personal space, okay, is what I feel like saying at this time. But let's see. Let's get a little bit more. Okay, so tell me about Capricorn, please. What's going on? It could be fighting with a Gemini in particular. Okay, what's going on for Capricorn? Okay. I feel like you're ready to reach out to someone or make a choice toward someone. A very sincere, genuine connection here is what I'm seeing. So not necessarily like, oh my God, the love of your life, maybe, I mean, something along those lines. But in a current energy reading, what I'm seeing more is that you are feeling that somebody's going through something and you may want to like really genuinely and sincerely reach out to them. That's what I'm getting from this. So I would say now, if this is you, it might be someone that's doing this for you. They may be genuinely and sincerely reaching out to you because they have like this feeling like, maybe something's up, something along those lines. So I see some really like strong, positive energy around a possible sibling or friend. Sometimes the Six of Cups can be friends, siblings, our children, something along those lines. But I feel like there's a very just good, confident energy around a situation that someone is being sincere and genuine. So, or you are needing to be sincere and genuine in reaching out to someone that you may be feeling is going through something. Okay, so there's that energy. Let's see. Some of you too, you could just be like thinking about opening up a door with someone that you haven't talked to for a long time. Someone nostalgic to you. You may just be thinking about them, That's possible. All right, what's going on here? I'm not really seeing this adventure card that you got like coming out in this spread. So maybe that's something that's coming in the future. Okay, what's that? Two of Swords. Yeah, that's interesting. Something you don't see. All right, and that makes sense because the prediction kind of energy card is this Queen of Wands, which is more action-oriented, more adventurous, more enthusiastic here. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like for the next, like in this current energy reading, which really is only like a few days or something along those lines, right? Not too long. I get like just sort of maybe a deeper situation going on, possibly something with a friend or someone nostalgic to you, or children or siblings, something along those lines. We have three queens in this reading. So there's a lot of feminine energy here. And there's also this, I don't know, there's just sort of a, I feel like things are good for you, but then there's this other situation. All right. And I don't feel like it's yours. I feel like it's like someone else's. And it's just sort of like, your protective Capricorn energy is coming out in a positive way for like a friend or a, sibling, child, whatever, any of those things. So it's definitely some moodiness of a situation around right now. There is some sort of unclear energy around a situation right now, but I do feel like you're picking up on it. There's a genuine friendship energy vibe I'm getting here that is positive. And, if it hasn't been in the past, maybe now's a good time to mend fences, something like that. Maybe now's a good time to have an adventure with this person or something like that. But either way, it's like something's happening soon that you're not seeing quite yet. I would say within the next month or two, that is positive, that is moving towards enthusiasm. So right now it just feels like, I don't, not much to tell you in this reading, in this current energy for the next few days. All I can say is that if you need a friend, there is somebody around that is genuine and sincere. It might not be super apparent to you, but they are trying to be genuine and sincere. Or if you are feeling like that, the empathic hit, like, hey, I think that, I haven't talked to my sister for a while, or I haven't talked to my friend for a while, or I haven't talked to so-and-so for a while. There's something to that, yeah, maybe they could use that bend an ear, kind of situation at this time. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Nothing earth shattering here. Just sort of a little bit of a melancholy situation mixed in with like, you have the ability though to kind of help navigate a situation is what I'm sensing for someone. And that's always a very nice thing that we can do for others. Okay. So let's see. So if it doesn't feel like you're reading, you may want to check one of the, rising moon, Venus, or something like that. All right, let's go to, that was Capricorn. So we are on to Aquarius. We are. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what the message is for you. Current energy, Aquarians, please. Highest and clearest for our Aquarian friends. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, any placement. Aquarius. Okay. Courage. Okay. And Voyage underneath the deck. Whoa. All right. We have two cards of boats. Okay. So I see Courage here, and it's kind of like a rowboat, right? And then we have Voyage with like a big master ship here. Okay. So some sort of possible travel or movement, something like that. Braving the storm, even though you feel like you're on a rocky boat in a storm, it's like having the courage to navigate through something. Okay. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, there could be travel plans coming quickly. Knight of Swords, Two of Wands. Somebody may be deciding to have the courage to take a voyage to see you, perhaps. This could even be like a distance thing with like overseas, something along those lines. But let's see. We're just looking at current energy, so let's see what's going on for like the next little bit here. All right, tell me about Aquarius, please. Aquarius. What is their message? What's going on? What's on Aquarius' mind? Okay, so we have the Emperor, the Four of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. Okay. I don't know, holding on to someone. There's a sense here of needing to free yourself from like a grasp. Possibly, yeah. There's a spiritual pattern that needs to change here. That's the deeper underlying. But I would say in the current energy, there's something or someone that tends to like. Kind of have the power, you know, in a way or something like that. And it's like, I feel like this is the time to like free yourself from thinking about that person. So it could be a masculine in your life or an authoritative figure in your life. Or, you know, it could be the world situations. You may, you know, the emperor, right? But there's something here where it's like feeling like they have the clutches on everything. And it's like needing to free yourself from that and have the courage to escape from thinking. That is what I'm seeing. That may be like literally like some kind of karma that's been going on and playing out for a long time in some way. So like getting away from the clutches of like a feeling like someone else has the control over you. Okay, so let's see what's going on for Aquarius, please. Three of Pentacles. Okay. Six of Cups. Okay. And the Ace of Pentacles. All right. Here we have this Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands, Page of Wands. There's like this movement that is wanting to happen like possibly within the next 30 days or so. That's probably why Courage is here. And then Voyage. Having the courage to not feel in the clutches of like somebody else's, you know, sets all the rules or something like that. Starting to free yourself from this now. But in a very clever way, because we have the Three of Pentacles here too. I feel like this person is a controlling figure in your life, possibly. And it's like just kind of freeing ourselves from that isn't really gonna work. All right, in a way, it's like it will. We have to have the courage to do that. But it's almost, I feel like this person, like I've known these types in my life before, like where they're extremely controlling. You know, they're not super flexible, you know, with things. A lot of my way or the highway, and it's like sometimes if you're a reasonable person, you feel like if you're reasonable with someone, like they will get that, you know, or if you're rational with something, like they will understand that, they'll get it, they'll get where you're coming from. They don't. They just don't. And some will, and it is worth the effort. But if you've put that effort in and it still doesn't seem to work, then they're not that kind of person. So I do feel like there's a little bit of having to navigate a situation as if you are on the same page. But in all reality, there's more of a caring, genuine feeling for something or someone else that should be more focused on how to have that opportunity to move forward, all right, with this other genuine person that you do have, like, that you do care about, all right, and figuring out a way to emotionally leave something behind so that you can move towards some kind of new opportunity, all whilst appearing to be on the same page with this other thing. So for instance, this could be like a really controlling boss or something like that. You've tried to be reasonable with them. You've tried to show them, hey, well, okay, let's talk about this rationally. It doesn't work, right? Okay. So it's like, they're not going to change. No matter how reasonable you are or rational you are, or no matter how many reasonable points that you may bring up, they're not going to see it. They're just not. So the best thing to do in this situation, I feel, is to sometimes we got to, be the bigger person and not try to win the situation, but be the bigger person in realizing what's truly important to us. Where is our beautiful heart wanting to go, and or who is it wanting to be with and go with, and that sort of thing. And it's like, then in this particular case, and we swallow our pride, all right, and we pretend we're playing this game, all right, while we sincerely move towards what we need to move toward. All right, so that's what I'm getting. And I rarely give that type of advice because I'm not one of like playing the game. But in reality, sometimes we do. And because I've dealt with this type and they don't respond to rational things. They don't respond to, like, if you give them like, well, this is my idea, they're going to shoot it down. It doesn't matter how enthusiastic you are, how whatever you are, they're going to shoot it down. They're going to make you feel like crap somehow. They're going to shoot it down. So it's like there's something here about like then, oh my God, yep, you're right. Oh yeah, I see your point. You know, playing that game. Oh yeah, you're right. That is good advice. I'm gonna listen to that. Play that game. Feed their ego. It may feel like counterproductive for you, but the thing is, if you're confident enough inside to know like you're playing the game, and the whole time like you're being smarter, you're being more powerful. So, and it's like then make your move. All right, while they think you're playing the game. All right, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so what is the outcome energy with this reading here? Okay, or not outcome energy, but like what is the higher energy for Aquarius, please? Wow, King and Queen of Swords and the Lover's card right in the center and the Magician. So yeah, I do feel like there's some big decisions that are going to be, soon, that need to be made soon, or a big conversation that needs to be had soon, possibly. But having the courage to do something, all right, and making that choice. I would say too, again, like not to make choices based on anyone else. All right. Yes, ones that we care about or are responsible for, like Six of Cups, children, things like that. Absolutely. That's fine. We want to have a nice, strong foundation, things like that. But it's like trying to like force something that that's inflexible. It's not going somewhere. All right. Is possibly. So in other words, if you're wanting to like force something that you feel like you want to manifest with someone, and that might be influenced by some sort of controlling father figure in your life that just clutches onto things and doesn't let go. And so that there's a part of you that may have inherited that and wants to just like not let go and keep forcing something, keep trying to manifest something with this person or this situation. I would say no. All right. With King and Queen of Swords here, this is about a high vibrational choice to see the innocent genuinity of a situation and to move only towards things that promote that. All right. But not like forcing things or feeling like, well, if I just have the courage, then I can do it. It's more about manifesting things that are high vibrational discernment at this time. All right. That is all. Most likely new things. Okay, you have the Ace here, Ace of Pentacles. New things will lead to solid foundations. New ways of making high discerning choices will lead to good things. But trying to revive something or something like that isn't going to work. It's not courage that's missing. It's that someone's super inflexible. All right. And it's just not in the cards, so to speak, no pun intended. But for most of you, I think it's that other situation where you do have this like kind of controlling sort of deal. So it's more about manifesting and having the courage to do something like for yourself and possibly for this other person or situation, rather than thinking like, again, that you can kind of sit and discuss something rationally with someone. It's more about letting go of trying to accomplish that which can't be accomplished in that way and making that high discerning choice to manifest, use your own tools to manifest a way forward. Okay. So that's what I am seeing there for Aquarius. Let's go to Pisces. Okay. Okay, Pisces, let's see what the message is for Pisces, please. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any placement, Mars, anything. Okay, tell me about Pisces, please. What is their message? Hey, all right. Breakthrough. And you have joy at the bottom of the deck as well. So breakthrough, and it's like a kick-ass like Pegasus, right? So that's pretty cool. All right. Breakthrough, and what was the other one? Joy. All right, so some of you may be like, I don't know, having like sort of unique Pegasus, right? Kind of unique, rare and unique breakthroughs. Yeah, some of you, it's like an end to being stuck. Like you just sort of like have a breakthrough moment or an aha moment in this next like couple days. Something that really helps you, yeah, wow, like clear some energy so that you can make a good, clear choice of something. All right, fantastic. All right, so let's see. What is going on for Pisces, please? Okay, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Wow, okay. And Queen of Wands. Excellent. All right, so I would say, yeah, you guys are you have a good mindset right now of having a breakthrough. This could be in regards to, yeah, you have the Chariot card here as well, which is a breakthrough card. It literally can mean breakthroughs, breaking through the obstacles, moving forward. So yeah, you guys, especially like in matters of, well, I'd say love too, maybe, but with Queen of Wands here and 9 of Pentacles. But I feel like with work, especially, or creative ideas, things like that, or just empowerment in general. It's like you put the work into yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, right? And it's like now you're in this energy of like a lot of confidence, I would say. So keep that up. I feel like that is really good. So I feel like you guys are feeling like on your game, right? In a very positive way. If you're not right now, you will be. All right. I would say within, 9 days, 9-10 days, I would say within this week, you might just really feel inspired here. Okay. Virgo energy here, getting organized too. You guys are possibly like having new ideas of how to get more organized with your creativity. Okay. Also with supplies. Like some of you are possibly like starting a business or have started some sort of side business or something like that. And you're having a real creative breakthrough. It's maybe starting to see some money now, which makes sense, right? Holiday season. That's when you can see, some things taking off sometimes, especially, if it has anything to do with retail in any way. You can see an uptick going on. So that's good. Getting organized. All right. What else for Pisces? If you're single, there might be something on the horizon here too with this 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. You're definitely an attracting energy for sure. Okay. Queen of Cups, Temperance. Okay. And the Hermit. All right. I feel like somebody's missing you, or somebody feels like they missed a chance with you. Yeah, they may want to, like, yeah, you might be hearing from someone soon. I don't know if it's in the next couple days, but over Sagittarius season, you may be hearing from a Virgo, maybe in particular, or a Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be that sign though, but you may be hearing from someone who is like, damn, I think I missed my chance with Pisces, and they may be coming to that realization and contacting you at some point in the next, like I said, month or so. But other than that, that was just a side prediction that just kind of came to me. So, but if I just look at these cards and stick to my spread here, I would say that you guys are in a very good position of you are thinking ambitiously, you are thinking creatively, and I would say in your emotions, having Temperance right here in the center of this spread, very balanced. So it's like you're not wavering or getting too depressed or too introverted or, with those things. There may be a little bit of lingering stuff here, but I would say for the most part, you're in a very balanced energy right now. So I'm not surprised to see Breakthrough as your main oracle card, because that's when things do start happening, when we are more balanced in that, when our minds are creative and we know our self-worth. 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, right? When our emotions are in that Temperance energy of balance. So yay. All right, so let's see what else is going on for you, Pisces. Pisces. Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, another Queen, wow, and the Fool card. Beautiful. All right, so yeah, you have the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck as well. The Fool card really reminds me of this breakthrough card because they're both like right at that precipice, you know, about to take flight, right, with the wings on the Pegasus over the cliff's edge. The Fool card, you know, ready to take that leap of faith and have a breakthrough and of new clean slate and all that sort of thing. So I do feel like you guys really have this positive energy around you right now of something fun, new, adventurous. If it's not here yet, like I said, I would say just stay in that good, chill, emotional balance of things. Keep having your confidence with things as far as your thoughts. Make sure they're turning towards the creative, the motivated, the, you know, physical, spiritual, mental work that we do put in positivity. And I do feel like there's some sort of like new energy that is on its way to you if it's not here already. This may come in the form of someone like having a conversation with you, offering you something. This could be offering you some sort of, there's a lot of people cards here, right? So, and women, I would say. So it could be like forming a group or something like that, or I don't know, just it is something that's like positive is what I see happening here. So maybe new friends or starting some sort of new business venture, or maybe it's women clients that like your work or something, and that is a breakthrough or something along those lines. But it's like for many of you, I do feel like it does have something to do a little bit with travel or something along those lines, like needing to meet with someone to discuss something. I don't get big travel. It's not like major. So, you know, it could be meeting somebody maybe a couple hours away about discussing some sort of opportunity or something like that is what I'm getting. So I feel like that's something that could be in your future, not necessarily, I mean, it could be happening right now. If not, I would say something within the next 30 days. It has that vibe of transferring into something that could be very interesting for you, like a brand new start and a clean slate and really breaking through and moving forward. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. And I hope you all enjoyed your readings. I will see you soon. Thank you so much.